I'm gonna try cleaning it off now. Remove the screw. There's not too much stuff in here. So now I'm gonna use a soft metal. I have a piece of copper. It's a piece of heatsink. It was at the bottom of a CPU heatsink, and this part made contact with the processor. And I'm gonna use it on the disk, and if I'm right, the softer metal absorbs the diamond compound or the diamond from the wheel, so I can clean it out. And I want to try a finer particle size, so maybe I'm gonna go to 2 micrometer or even 1, and see what the effect on the lapping is. I'm not sure how this process works, if it's quick or... Also, this should kind of work the surface of the cast iron disc. Here's the set of the Chinese lapping compounds, bruised from the scraping course in Austria. He had some kind of Russian grade, and unfortunately I don't know exactly what it was. I'm gonna try the 1 micron. I also off camera polished another fresh Biox blade, and I put some corner radius on it, just to protect the disc, and hopefully I can see the difference if I only do this one. It's nice and shiny. You can see clear reflections in it. The surface is a bit rough, it's difficult to lift the blade up. But once it's getting smooth enough, you can actually hold it in place, which I think is a sign it's getting really smooth. doesn't want to lift now. Although I already polished this side, so it's still a bit grabby. Not sure which side I was working on. Hasn't really cleaned up yet. But if there's a mixture of the two different particle sizes there, then maybe I can't get a nice finish. I'm really not sure how much stuff the wheel needs. Not really leaving a nice overall finish. Or was I working on this side? Maybe working on the front of the blade helps a bit, because you only have a very small contact area, and maybe it helps force the diamond into the wheel. The black stuff means something is happening. Machine needs to be on this pads because of these bolts. And it's getting quite warm. Really have no idea if I should be adding more and more stuff, or if I should just leave it alone. Quick test, 20 micron, 2 more fresh blades, and let's do this for a while. 3 drops of 20 micron, and then a bit of petroleum, spread it out and just rub them together a bit. I'm gonna do 10 and 5 and clean the blades in between. Got a sort of routine going. Just find the camera. The sun is on my window directly, so a bit of lighting issues. However, it looks quite promising. I'm down to 5 micron now, and I made this block, 2 nails in it, and a piece of copper which I had lying around. I just put a notch in it to push it against the corner, and I'm rotating the blades bit by a quarter of a turn, and cleaning it once in a while, and rotating the bottom one. I will start now with 3.5. And see, this is a bit too much, I think. I tried rinsing or diluting it a bit with the petroleum, but it felt like it was doing more lapping when I didn't do it. Suddenly it doesn't want to stick anymore. So this was one cycle with 3.5 micron. Let me zoom out for out. And it has a bit of mirroring quality, but also a tiny bit of satin-like finish. And here's the original side. So you can totally lap these on each other. These getting them all dirty, but you can really improve the finish of a Biax scraper blade. With just some diamond paste and just rubbing them onto each other. This was the old one, original side. Okay. Kind of want to see what happens when you just start with 3.5. So this is the side on which I did 2010, 5 and 3.5. And I think there are a bit of original scratches visible. Not much. The surface really improved. And there's a bit more scratches on the other side. This looks really exaggerated. The sun is shining right on it. Here are, I think, a few original scratches. Just 3.5 really improves it a lot, but maybe you should go to 10 first. Now let's see what this does on the 1 micron infused wheel. Same effect as the other discs, blades. I think using the edge of the wheel is not sure if it's very good to do. Leaves a sort of contact mark right along the rim. a bit of the original angle on the edge here, which is 3 degrees rake or cutting edge. You can see, really can see the effect of this grinder. I still have the other one, which I did by hand. This was the side I took all the way from 20. And here's the other one. This is the side I used on the machine. It's easy to get one side nice and shiny, but it's more difficult to get the whole surface in one plane and mirror finished. But that's not necessary. Only this edge is it really grabs into the nail. Wasn't doing this on camera. Now let's see what happens when I put the 1 micron paste between two plates. Bit of a dull spot in the center, but that's doesn't matter really. Here's the untreated factory edge. There's another one. You can just see a ridge line with the old finish. And with the rest lapped or honed, I can actually feel the ridges in here with my nail. Right. Okay, now let's compare all the results. Okay, let's look at the results. Here is again one of the original Biax blades, tungsten carbide. This is how I receive them. They're smooth, however there's a lot of lines on the surface. You can see they're not really scratches, but for the best scraping results you need the best polish you can get on your scraper blades, as well on the large flat side as on the edges. Here's the one I polished on the wheel with just the 3.5 micrometer. you can see some lines, but some effective mirror finish, but it's not great. But if you want to do only the edge here, then it's fine. You can use this. First polish the large flat area and then the cutting edge for the best finish. This one I took down to 1 micrometer. It's quite reflective, however the finish isn't one mirroring surface. It feels smooth, and if you check this edge here, it's nice and shiny. And this one I did with the 3.5 first. This one I did only with 1 micrometer. And there's some lines, which I think is the edge of the lapping disc or lapping wheel. I didn't get a nice flat surface in the plane, but the finish is okay. The lapping finish on this edge is okay. This one I hand lapped from 20 down to 3.5, and then I put it on the lapping disc or wheel. It's quite reflective. It's quite smooth, however the wheel left some marks again. And this one I hand lapped to 1 micrometer. Quite reflective and quite a nice finish. It's a bit of a weird area in the center. However, this is perfect for what I want. So maybe I think hand lapping the large areas up down to 1 micrometer is okay, and then you can sharpen the edges and hone them or lap them, and you'll have a very nice finish on your blades. I'm quite pleased with the machine. However, I think this edge here, I could try to round it over, make a nice corner radius on it to check if I can get better results that way. So that's my experiment with the lapping of scraper blades. Hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you can use it. Maybe you have something to add. Hints or tips. I'm always willing to learn stuff. So please tell me in the comments. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.